So my name is Matt. I have a background in engineering, and that was the work that I was doing when I was living out in Denver, Colorado. What I was struggling with was using alcohol as a way of feeling okay when I was stressed out about things or had emotions that bubbled up. I would just drink. I also drank when I was happy. I drank when I was sad. I drank when I was lonely. I drank all the time. I didn't think it was a problem. I didn't think that I had an addiction issue. I thought that it was completely normal to be drinking at the frequency and the amounts that I was drinking. And because it was legal, I rationalized it as like, oh, everybody does it, it must be okay. It must be okay for me too. And I just need to get my shit together. And looking back, there was so many different points in time where there was evidence to show that I couldn't handle my consumption or my relationship with alcohol or other substances. And it was a crapshoot on whether or not I was going to have a good night or completely destroy relationships, get arrested, or have like thousands of dollars of credit card bills because I didn't know how to manage my own money and I had to go deal with all the wreckage of the day from previous. I got mugged and woke up without my wallet, my keys, my all my possessions, and I was in a alleyway in downtown Denver. And I basically had to beg for a bus ticket to get back to the house. Like, that's a low moment for sure. The 5 days leading up to when I eventually asked for help, I drank to excess, missed work, did copious amounts of cocaine. Like, I came to the realization that I didn't really want to live here. I didn't want to not live here, but I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't want to be here anymore. Then I just kept drinking throughout that night, and it was a Tuesday night, so I called my mom, but I knew that I needed to hold myself accountable and tell her exactly what I needed because I couldn't do it on my own. She reached out to my original therapist, Sean Brosnan, and Sean connected her to Treehouse Recovery. Got a hold of Jake Evans, and Jake got her connected to Vecchi. Vecchi was getting onto a flight to Colorado coincidentally. He got connected to her as he was getting onto that flight, met with me in person the next day. When I met with Vecchi from Treehouse, I was hungover. I was on the couch. I'd been puking all morning. I was so just like sick. I was physically sick. And they walked in and I just felt this like presence and calm, and I don't know if it's just because they have heavy footsteps or because if they were like strong, confident men, but I just felt this like sense of ease and calm wash over me, and I was like, I think I'm gonna listen to these guys. I think that I'm ready to just take some direction. And they started talking, and they talked about like what it was like for them, and they were speaking my language. It was like I had been speaking a foreign language and nobody understood. And then I finally met my people and they were talking in the language that we both understood. So I did the IOP, the Intensive Outpatient Program out in Denver, Colorado for 3 months. And the way that the IOP program in Denver was set up is you still do like ESM, which is like exercise as a pathway to healing. The first half of it is group workout. It's the same way that it's structured in the full PHP program where we were doing a physical workout for an hour and a half, and then we transitioned that into the process group. It was something that I would always look forward to. It was a break in the day, in the evenings when I can just kind of decompress. I would be able to exercise with the guys. I'd be able to have some socialization and some bonding and have that unity that I needed. And then I was able to go back home, and it really wasn't too much time in the week. It was like 9 hours a week, but it always felt like it was far more time than I was actually investing in it. Like it felt like I was getting 20 hours worth of treatment just because of how good the sessions were. After having done that amount of work on myself, that I had really experienced what true internal pride felt like, I had a moment where I was walking through the courtyard and I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. And it wasn't the physical changes, but it was all of the work that I've been doing in my one-on-one therapies and being part of the team culture. All of that culminated into me catching a glimpse of myself in the mirror, and I didn't feel immediate disgust, which was a foreign feeling. And I was genuinely, truly, internally proud for the first time in my adult life. And I grew from being a childish, scared man-boy child to being a confident, empowered man who could look at himself in the mirror and be proud of who he was. My life is full. And because my life is full, it feels like I'm accomplishing things. It feels like I'm progressing towards something better. Because doing the small things day in and day out build the momentum to progress, to become the person that I want to be. And I'm utilizing the things that I was taught. And I'm never going to perfect it, but I'm going to constantly utilize them to the best of my ability, and my best gets better. If you or a loved one are struggling and you want to get help, give Treehouse Recovery a call.